Hello everybody, this video was inspired by social processes in modern Russia. These days, many of Russian academics leave Russia and immigrate to Turkey, Georgia, Armenia, and other countries. The reason for immigration is simple. It is a fear of being repressed for advancing their own political principles and ideas. This process is nothing new to Russia. It happened in the 20th century and in the 19th century. So in this video, I would like to discuss tragedy of Russian intelligentsia. The word intelligentsia comes from English word intelligent and was brought for widespread use in Russia in the 19th century by Babarykin. Babarykin was a writer. He referred to educated people whose income depended on the exploitation of their own intellect. Those included writers, editors, and managers. The abolishment of serfdom in 1861 enforced social development. In the middle of the 19th century, a particular group of people appeared in Russian society. That group did not belong to any social class. Russian society included peasants, tradesmen, church, and dворяне. The development of intelligentsia was induced by educational reforms when all limitations for entering university were abolished. In 1856 to 1857, universities accepted all people. The number of students significantly increased and soon accounted for 6,000, 7,000 people. The abolishment of serfdom changed dvoryan's life. Their children started to apply to universities to get a practical job. As intelligentsia did not fit into the class system, their legal position was poorly defined. Due to their education, they were waived for taxes, but in contrast to dvoryans, did not have representatives in the government. Thus, they were deprived from participating in country's political life until Revolution 1905-1907. There are two particular characteristics of Russian intelligentsia of the 19th century. First, contradiction of intelligentsia and masses, which emphasized intelligentsia's detachment from the masses. Second, contradiction of intelligentsia and government, which emphasized intelligentsia's opposition to the legal authority. They had liberal ideas studied in the universities where professors graduated from European universities brought back to Russia European experience. Intelligentsia thought that Russia pursued a wrong way. Russia had an archaic political system and it needed a transformation. They were against monarchy, Orthodox Church, and demanded social equality. They also thought that their parents lived in a wrong way. They exploited peasantry and made fortune on their labor. So their sons were called to change their system and redeem their father's sins. This conflict is well discussed in novel Fathers and Sons by famous Russian author Turgenev. One example of opposition coming from privileged classes was Sofia Perovskaya. She was the daughter of Petersburg governor. After she got into intelligentsia circles, Sofia accepted their ideas and in 1881 assassinated Russian Emperor Alexander II. Soon after, she was arrested and executed at the age of 26. Russian intelligentsia was far more radical than European ones. It happened because intelligentsia could not influence any policies. The second reason lied in detachment from masses, and that was its tragedy. Those repressed classes for whom intelligentsia was fighting for did not accept them and did not understand their ideas. As peasantry was illiterate, they could not easily understand liberal ideas, but there were far deeper reasons. Intelligentsia's speech, clothes, knowledge, lifestyle could not be compared to peasants. There were strangers to peasants who still lived in the 15th century. Intelligentsia's big project of going to the masses was a fiasco. They tried to educate peasants and improve their lifestyle. They attempted to organize cheese dairies, saving banks, labor unions. These initiatives were taken from European books on agriculture. No wonder it didn't work. All initiatives had no economic foundation in Russia and built upon intelligentsia's enthusiasm. Peasants did not support them and did not understand socialism ideas. By the end of the 19th century, two generations of intelligentsia have changed. Its movement weakened as many members were arrested. The paradox of Russian intelligentsia in the 19th century was following. It was created by Russian government to assist it with development policies. It was in need of knowledgeable and talented managers, but those educated people turned their backs to the legal authority, wanting abolishment of the monarchy. Peasants for whom intelligentsia were fighting for turned their backs and preferred Tsar and church. Thus, Russian intelligentsia could not survive. In the next video, I will talk about intelligentsia of the 20th century, how it evolutionized and what happened to it. Thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!